So here's to another day of doing the van stuff. So I realized that sometimes I get really overwhelmed because of all the stuff that I have to do for the van. So what I decided is every single day after work, what I'm gonna do is do one small task of the van. And what I'm doing today, I ended up buying this because this is gonna be like a bathroom area. I decided I wanted the floor to be different than this part of the floor, and I found these floor tiles that are just peel and stick, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this down. So the bathroom, once I'm done with it, it's gonna be from, I want to say from here over there, and then this part from here and over there is going to be like a stand pantry thing. It's gonna be more storage, like a closet storage. I'm gonna put this down, see what it looks like, and this is how the floors look finished. Oh my god, it looks so nice. And now I have like a feeling like I have two different areas. I have the living room slash bedroom slash kitchen area, and then I have like this area for like the bathroom. It's super duper nice. Okay, so I did my work for the day. Today is Monday. What is today? Monday, August 17th. I will record again tomorrow. If you can see, this drawer doesn't go in all the way. I have to take this apart and cut this wood actually straight and then make it shorter so that it can just go right in. Okay. So I'm just trimming this down because it was way too big lengthwise, and I'm trying to make this line as straight as possible. The first time I did this, I used a jigsaw, and now I'm actually using a circular saw, and it gives a lot straighter edges. So hopefully that will be better. All right, so I'm done. It looks so much better. It still has a few mistakes, but compared to where it was, it's way better. And like these mistakes that I made where they're not completely straight, I'm gonna hide it with a trim around it, so that'll keep it looking nice. I think it's really cool that this kind of just came out with, it's gonna be drawers all through here. That's pretty cool, but I didn't mean to do that, it just happened. So I started out my day with going to Home Depot. Thank goodness that I found a really handy person in the plumbing department, because I had no idea how I was gonna go from this tubing thing, which I got because this stops water from coming back up, so it stops the smell. I'm gonna use this for both the shower and also for the sink. Right now it's for the shower. I haven't done the sink part yet, but if you can see, it has like a little opening, and in the back, see how this is like closed? That little tubing thing is closed, so once the water comes out, it can't go back in. So that's what stops the water from coming back, the smell of the gray water, well, the used water from coming back up and having that smell. So as you know, this van was pre-insulated when I first bought it, so there was already 2 holes that were put into the van that drains directly down to the ground. So good for me, I didn't have to do that scary part of having to like drill holes into the bottom of your car, because that would scare me. I would be so scared that I might hit like the gas tank or something useful, because Lord knows I've done that already. But I had no idea how you get from this huge thing to this tiny hose, because this is the size of the hole, so the hose would have to be this small. But as you can see, This is completely different sizes. I had no idea how to get there. I'm one there that knew what they were doing. Shout out to Bernie, thank you so much. He did it super quick. He saw it and was just like, oh, I got this. You just need some sort of adapters. And what he ended up giving me was these 3 pieces. Let me go ahead and just put this together. So this is what I did early in the morning. And then my morning went a little different than expected. Let me tell you why. As I put this stuff together. So I got a phone call from my dad after I was talking to my mom. If you guys don't know, my mom knows all about what I'm doing with the van life thing. She's aware. My dad, on the other hand, not really. He did not know what I was doing. I did not tell him what I was doing. But now he knows. And I started out the conversation because he was in like a really good mood, and
he's my boyfriend, Daddy, and we love each other, and you can't stop us from being together.
And since I just started uploading on YouTube, I just don't want like a family member or someone to catch him off guard and call him up and be like, hey, how you doing? You know how family is. They'll call you, act like they are just calling to say hi, and then later on be like, do you know what your daughter's doing? Oh, you didn't know? Oh, well, let me tell you. And kind of put my dad in a very not so great situation. So to avoid that, I did the only thing that I could do, which was tell my dad. Of course, he did not take it well. He, like all parents, are scared and want to make sure that their kids are fine and safe and stuff. And yeah, so he was not too happy. I kept letting him know, hey, I'm safe, I'm happy, this is something that I need to do for me. And I'm 29 years old, about to be 30 in a few months. It's like, come on. But whatever. Obviously my dad can't stop me from doing what I'm doing, but that doesn't stop him from worrying. So of course, that was one of his things. He was really worried. But at least now it's out there. So now everyone that's important to me knows. My mom knows, my sisters know, my husband knows, my uncle knows, and my dad knows. So, you know, most people reacted in the way that you would think that they would react. So the reason I wanted you to meet me here, and the reason I am recording this, is I want your honest reaction. Would you consider doing that?
Living in a van?
Would you lower your voice?
Why? You want to be living in a van and you want to be ashamed of it?
Not ashamed of it.
So why are you... You're making a decision, be confident in it.
I am making a decision, but it's like a whole thing. And but then you're embarrassing me. Come on. Because when people hear you're living in a van, they think something else and not what this is. This conversation, I realized that this was more my journey. My husband will always be my support system, but he has his own plans. He's in school. He wants different things than what I want. I have an amazing husband who supports me with every decision that I make, even if he doesn't agree with it. And I had to take a step back and realize that this was my thing, that this was my journey, and that it was something I needed to do alone. Just keep in mind that when you tell your family members or your friends or your significant other that you want to do this lifestyle, they're not always going to react the way you want them to react. And with a significant other, they're not always going to want to derail their own plans just to do something as spontaneous as this.
If you want to have a few...
When you say that you're doing van life, because all they hear, they can't really picture van life, because unlike you and me who watch these videos online of other people doing van life, we're more understanding of it, we are more open to it. All they hear is, you're living in your car? What is wrong with you? So at least now I know, at least now he knows, which at first it took me a couple hours to feel better because I felt so bad. He sounded so sad when he got off the phone with me, and I just don't want him to worry. So I called my best friend. I called my husband and I was like, baby, I feel so terrible. He's so sad, and I just didn't want to make him feel terrible. Husband was just like, okay, you needed to do this. You knew that he was gonna, how he was gonna react, but now he knows, and you know, just keep it going. Just keep going with what you're doing, so that they at least, and show them what it is that you're trying to do with this van life thing. He's like, the same way that you've shown me what you want to do, and they'll understand with time. So if you're planning on doing van life and you're kind of scared to break this to your parents, just know it's not going to be easy. Don't expect them to understand right off the bat. It's going to make you feel terrible, but just keep going with what you're doing. Every parent's fear is just your safety. And that's why, number one, that is why I only park in safe locations. I scope out the place before I park. Number two, when I'm working on the van, I am always in this storage unit, which is completely closed off to anyone outside of here, which is why sometimes you'll see me, not sometimes, most of the time, you'll see me recording at night. This is gated, so in order to come in, you have to be someone that's here. There's cameras everywhere. It's just safe. So that's that's the most important thing for your parents, is just to feel safe. They just want you to feel safe. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and that's the most I'm going to talk about that for today. Right now, I'm just going to start really just building stuff. So I got this down. This is what it's going to look like. This part is going to go down the hole. This part is going to be underneath. I'll show you guys this. And then I have my shower pan over there. But before I start that, I'm actually just going to work on, should I work on this first? Let me just work on this first, I think. I have water. Shoot, how am I supposed to test this? Darn it. It's not. I'm like really dehydrated. Fudge. It's really hot. Well, not anymore now that the sun went down. But it was really, really hot. And I've been sweating like crazy. It is really hard to do this when you're like 300 pounds, just so you know. I think that's the first time I said that on camera. Yeah, I'm like really overweight, so hopefully all this up and down, sweating like crazy, hopefully that helps with this situation. So hot. Alright, I'm gonna wait for Unga to come. He's dropping me off some Wawa, some water. Wawa. That should help. So the last part for today is we actually took the skylight off. I realized so quickly this summer that it let in so much heat and it created like this oven reaction in the back of the van. So I was getting like cooked alive. So I just decided, you know what, F it. I do not want a skylight. Bye, skylight. I hate you. You let so much friggin' heat in here. This is the hole that I'm digging through the floor so that I can put my shower pan in, and this part can Be deep in there. You got it all off?
I mean, I can see the screws.
Okay. Okay. Let's go, Macho Man. Whoa! Hi, Scarlett.
Bahubali. I told you I'll cut it.
Okay. So what was that, like $150? I wonder if I could resell this. I don't know if I can. Oh, look at that breeze. The moral of the story, don't get a skylight. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Because in the summers it'll kill you.
So I'm ending it here for today. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely like this video if you love van builds, and subscribe for more van builds because I have more for you. Bye.